All right, guys, 10th hole here at Meadow Gardens. Now, we're going to go through an in-depth kind of breakdown of what I would do on this hole. Now, typically, I just full send driver, but I can't do that today because, one, it's cold. It's 3:30. I'm not hitting driver 3:30. Unfortunately, I can in the summer, but not right now. So we're going to lay up. And when you're laying up, you have to make sure you're hitting to a specific distance. You're not just grabbing your 3-wood, 2-iron, 4-iron, or whatever. This hole's 330 yards. My ideal number is 80 yards, but unfortunately, it's a front left pin, so my landing zone is going to be pretty tight from 80 yards because I'd have to hit it quite high, and it's just going to open yourself up for error when you're doing shots like that. So we're going to settle for 100 yards, which is fine. I can get a nice 58-degree wedge there. Might finesse a 54. We'll see. So I'm now going to need to hit this 230 yards. Now, again, it's very wet, so I have to carry this 230. 2-iron can definitely, it's close, but I don't think I can carry 2-iron 230 right now. So I'm going to have to hit 3-wood. Now, unfortunately, that brings the bunkers into play when I'm hitting 3-wood. It's about 250 to get to that right bunker. So what I'm going to have to do is take some off this. So I'm going to choke up a little bit, swing nice and soft, and there's no chance this club can exceed 200 and about 40 yards. Okay, so I have my target in line. It's this kind of tree over there, right in the background. I'm not going to be aiming at the tree. I'm going to be aiming at a specific branch, kind of on the middle right side. I can see it right now. You want to make sure you aim small so you can miss small. If you aim too general, it's going to be very tricky. So nice, smooth swing. Nice. I almost topped that. That's what happens when you just get out of the car. But I think we still managed to squeak the fairway just a little bit kind of thin up the right. I kind of didn't turn. I just kind of gave the old Johnny Sins hump action there. But, you know, we got a chance at... We actually got a decent angle in, but, man, that was a terrible shot. You want to make sure you plan for your bad shots. Because if I would have hit driver or hit full 3-wood on that line, it's in the bunker every single time. But I choked up. I swung nice and smooth. And there was no chance of it going there. So even though I went there, I'm fine. So I made a bad swing, but it's fine. That's the whole point with golf. It's about managing your misses, not necessarily your good shots. All right, so we managed to find ourselves in a decent spot. And like I said on the tee, golf is about managing your misses. I hit such a bad shot. I wanted to go way over there on the left, but we're kind of here on the right side. But again, that's a nice thing. I planned for, if I did hit a bad shot, it was going to end up fine. Worst case scenario is I block it even more right and it's kind of in the trees, but man, that would be like a 60-yard miss, and I'm not doing that with 3-wood. So I got 100 yards, kind of the exact distance I wanted. I got a 58-degree wedge here. I probably should be hitting a 54, to be honest. It is a little bit wet. It is a little bit cold. I'm very stiff, so I don't... It's gonna be tight, but it is a good number, so I am gonna hit this. Now, I should do better than just kind of going there. So, what I want to make sure when I'm setting up, my alignment is always something that's very important to me because I tend to aim very poorly. So I want to step in, make sure my face is aiming, and in this case, right at the pin. Then I'm just going to make sure I step those feet parallel to where that face is aiming, and then I don't adjust from there. I can, like, you know, dance a little bit and stuff like that, but I don't want to be like adjusting like this, right? Don't want to be doing that because then that's going to throw my eye line off and I'm going to make a bad swing. So right now I feel like I'm aimed nice and perfectly. So yeah, 100 yards, just a nice stock swing right at the pin. Really good shot, kind of just a little bit right of it. And we got over the bunker, so it should be pin high, to be honest. I clipped that really nicely. So yeah, we should have got a birdie putt going on here. So hopefully we can make it. All right, so we managed to hit a really good shot here. And look at these motherfuckers. They cut directly in front of me. Now I don't really care, to be honest, because I'm filming. But no courtesy wave, no, we're gonna go ahead. They just cut from a completely random hole. Hate that. Where's the etiquette? So first thing we're gonna do with our routine, I just kind of like looking it back from all angles. So just gonna get a quick, brief look at it from here. And then I'm gonna aim point it. So just kind of get a feel of where the break is in my feet. I feel like it's a little bit left, not a lot, just probably like maybe one. So I probably won't even be giving away the hole much. So I'm just going to put this kind of on the right side, middle of the cup. So I have the break kind of like right here. So again, what this looks like from this angle is I'm standing here and I'm putting my finger up, close my right eye because I'm left eye dominant, and then kind of put this edge of the finger kind of in the middle of the cup, and then where this edge is, that's my aim point. That's where I'm going to start my putt. So that's kind of what I have there. So I'm going to have it kind of just outside the hole, just outside. Now if I want to hit this firmer, I'd probably play a little bit less break, but the greens look very bumpy though. So I'm going to aim this kind of like, like I said, just kind of like right here. And we're just going to hit a good stroke. All right, so it's going to set up here. Same thing, make sure the putter face is nice and square, and then aim those feet nice and parallel. Look at the hole while I'm doing a couple practice swings. I always do 2. Always wipe it off, step in, putter there. One final look, put my hand on there, and then as soon as my eyes retreat back to the ball is when I pull the trigger. God damn it, dude. What a horrible putt. I don't know if I pulled that. I probably did. That pace was terrible. Absolutely smoked that. So I think I pulled that because I don't feel like that putt broke that much. I think I just hit probably a bad putt. So I'm going to hit this one firmer uphill. I did fail to account that I am slightly downhill, but going to aim this kind of like left edge and just hit it nice and firm. So same exact thing, same routine, and right in the middle. Kind of sucks, like, it could be because it is very bumpy here, but I'm not going to blame the greens. I think I just had a horrible stroke. And then when I get back on camera, I'll probably be able to see that my face was like 30 degrees closed. But that's all right. We got a nice par there. But the whole point of this is to kind of go through my whole process to kind of let you understand what you need to look for. So just a quick recap. When you're off the tee, especially if you're laying up, pick the specific distance you want. Okay? We want in. So the hole was 330. I wanted 100, so I hit a 230 shot, right? Kind of gauge the trouble. If there's trouble in that 230 range, maybe take a little bit off, right? That 100-yard mark is the ideal number we have in, right? My ideal number was actually 80 yards, but where it was in terms of like trouble and everything like that, where the pin was, 80 yards wasn't really feasible, so we went with 100 yards. And because the bunkers weren't quite at that 100-yard marker, I could freely hit a shot to get to 100 yards, right? I could have pushed it a little bit, but then that would have brought, the bunkers in play. We don't want to do that. And then in terms of, the approach shot, we had 100 yards, perfect number, just went with my 100-yard shot, right? Ended up being perfectly pin high, which was great. And then in terms of the routine with putting, my putting routine is always the same. I always kind of do like a nice little look around the hole, get the aim point, kind of feel which the slope is doing, and we kind of go from there. Once I hit the putt, that's it, right? I want to make sure I have a very specific read and a very specific pace and visualize where the hole or where the ball is going in. For instance, if this is like if viewed on a clock, if this is 6 o'clock, this is 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I always try to feel where this putt is going to go in. So that putt there, I kind of felt like I was playing like a dead center putt because I wanted to go here, but I just hit a bad stroke. But that's what I'm going through every single time I putt, every single time I play. So just make sure when you're playing, you're thinking, right? You're not always going to be able to execute a plan, but you can always have a plan. You can always have a really good strategy. So make sure you're thinking good, because you can always control how you think. You can't always control how you swing and stuff. So if you like these, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next. So cheers.